RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
All right. What's up? My name is Tara Devlin. Thank you for hanging out. How is it sounding? It sounds a little off in my headphones here. Okay. Hey, this is Unapologetic Liberal Talk. Welcome to it. The right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Thank you. And Jim, right out of the gate with a super chat. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Jim, for remembering. Thank you always for helping the show, helping me, keep the show going and growing, keeping the chat room safe. And I appreciate your friendship, and we're all in this together, so I can't do it without you. Nice to see you all. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's my friggin' birthday today. I'm not really feeling it, so whatever. I don't know. Wasn't really feeling the whole holiday season, so kind of looking forward to it being over. Whatever. Whatevs. I gotta stop saying whatevers. Hi, Buddha. Hi, Buddha Boo. Okay, well, she's fucking off. All right. Oh, I shouldn't curse in the first couple of minutes because then they downgrade you. All right. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out. And I want to thank, of course, Charlie from APS Radio News. Thank you so much, Charlie, for your birthday donation and gift and all that. And if you can, go on over to APS News Radio. What the fuck am I saying? APS News. What is wrong with me? I don't know. I think I'm having like a brain aneurysm. APS Radio News. What is wrong with me? Sorry about that, Charlie. I just had like a brain fart and almost forgot like which went first, the news or the radio. Oh, it's been one of those lifetimes, right? APSradionews.com. Thank you, Charlie, for everything you do for the show, for me, for the community cats. It means a lot, and it does matter, and it makes a difference. Maybe not. We don't see it right away. That's what I have to say to myself a lot. So you don't always see the results, but in every action there's a cause embedded. That's one of the principles in Buddhism, right? And it's true, whether it reveals itself immediately or down the road. It's like if you smoke a cigarette, right? It's cause and effect. Maybe you'll feel the effect down the road, but every action we take matters. So, all right, and that's why I say we have our little podcast here, and hopefully it keeps growing, and we don't know who we reach, and it does make a difference, especially now because we are up against it. That is for sure. If something is not streaming here, what the fuck is going on? Hold on, pressing some buttons. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, it's working. So where do we even begin? Yes, it's my birthday. All right. I didn't really plan anything special for today's. A couple of years ago, we had Mike Malloy on the show and Robyn Kincaid at the same time. But then Mike was annoyed about it because of the delay. I don't know. I didn't want to annoy him again. So whatever. Maybe we'll have him on another time, just alone to talk. And where do we even begin with what's going on? It's not even next year. The baboon hasn't even been sworn in, and already MAGAts are eating each other, and I like it. I'm there for it. I got the popcorn. I'm happy to see, because we got a lot of there, and this is what I'm telling you guys. I was sharing that I'm really preparing myself for the oncoming horror that we will experience in the next 4 years. And I think I'm psychologically preparing myself. And even though it is infuriating me when I see what's going on, and I when he pardons all those effing traitors, that's going to be a difficult day. But am preparing myself. I'm expecting it. Like, for example, I saw a notification came across my phone yesterday, I think it was, and it said that Trader Trump will reinstate any service member who refused to take the COVID vaccine and was kicked out of the service. And he will allow them back in if they so choose. So, which all I did was look at it with one eye, peeked at it, because I wasn't in the mood. But just that tiny little peek, it really pissed me off, because it's another example. You see, Trump thinks he's tough, and what it is another example of what a weak-ass bitch he really is. He is the most cowardly little bitch, and also everything that he does is political. Will this make me, more popular with the MAGAts? Will they, praise me more for this? He is really a cowardly little bitch. It's sort of, one of the prime examples of that is when he was doing one of his Nuremberg rallies back in the day when the vaccine first came out during COVID. And he was like, everybody get the vaccine. I got mine and you should get yours. And they booed him. And that was it. He never told them to get the vaccine again. And he also started to change his tune, telling them, I'm not for mandates. I don't like mandates, because conservatives are immature. They are, like I say all the time, they lack the fundamental maturity to function in a free democratic society. So like babies, like, I don't like mandates. They want all the benefits of civilization, but none of the responsibilities we have to each other. Like with the mandate from their healthcare plan, the Obamacare is their healthcare plan. So they took out the mandate. They took out everything to make the plans not function, to make it more expensive, to make it more less appealing to Americans. But what the MAGAts, what Trader Trump and the MAGAts and the Republicans didn't foresee was the screaming need for healthcare reform. So, and that people, they need it. And healthcare is a whole different topic because it's not a true market. There's no, it's your money or your life. It's not a market. So, but anyway, besides the point, we can always talk about that. I wasn't trying to go down that rabbit hole because we do it often enough. But what I was talking about with the COVID vaccine, he's going to reinstate whoever wants to come back into the service, into the military, who refused the vaccine, which really pissed me the fuck off. And it is emblematic that he is a little politically motivated little bitch who is doing everything to please the MAGAts who scream and rant and froth at the mouth and, of course, buy his NFTs and all his other tacky little grifts. And it also is emblematic of the fact that he has not a fucking clue about what it means to serve your country. And so this is what, as somebody who actually wore the uniform of this country, of this sad, dying republic, what are you going to do? You get all kinds of vaccinations when you're in the service. Your body is not your own anymore, okay? In fact, one of the first things I remember when we signed the contract, when you sign that contract, you take that oath, they tell you, there are certain things you can't do. You can't cross your legs. You understand that? Like, you can't do certain things. That you can't sit there with your legs crossed. That's that's a big no-no, right? And, I'm not for mandates. Well, why not? Why not? You need mandates in a unit. So what he's doing is ruining unit cohesion, ruining the sense of community. And so when I was in the service and they line you up, and I'm sure anybody who's ever served can also attest to this, and you don't even know what effing shots you're getting. Yeah, you take it's like one half a day. You're lined up, and there's like 12 different stations. They're not telling you, well, this is your flu shot, or this is your such and such shot. This is your pneumonia shot. This is. It's just like bing next, bing next, bing, and you move on. Here's my left arm, here's my right arm, here's my left cheek, here's my right cheek, and they shoot you with all kinds of vaccines and whatnot. And you can't say I'm bowing out of this, because it's also about the fact that you give a shit about the people you serve with. So what does this say when you have a selfish prick who won't do the basic things that are required to protect his fellow unit, his service members, your fellow soldiers? So you'll have one typhoid Mary come into the group and infect everyone with sickness. That can't be, it's just not, it's not effective for readiness. And it really pisses me off that because of this fucking draft dodger doing this, now allowing these selfish pricks back into the military if they so choose, because I'm sure he'll give them all kinds of fucking laurels and back pay and shit, right? But it's such a destructive mind virus in a force that has to, care about each other. And it can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do that, sir. Fucking unbelievable. Really. So then you have another, this selfish prick come back into your unit. Oh, you didn't get the COVID vaccine? Like he's some kind of hero, he or she? They're not heroes. They're effing cowards who couldn't give a shit about their fellow service members. Because, like, one person can get everybody sick then, which is, this is what's going to happen in general in this country with, they're bringing, because what it is they have now conflated vaccines, or refusing them as some kind of building block to freedom. And it really gets me fucking insane, because this, we have vaccine mandates that go back to the beginning of this country. It could be argued that we wouldn't even be here if not for a vaccine mandate, frankly, because the British were engaged in biological warfare, trying to sicken the Continental Army with smallpox. And George Washington mandated the first across-the-board vaccine for the entire Continental Army at a time when getting vaccinated or taking the smallpox vaccine consisted of being sliced with an infected knife. So if they could do that then, you can't take a little pop in your arm for your country, but we're expecting these people to show up and save us or whatever, put their lives on the line but they won't even put their take a fucking vaccine. That if there was something wrong with the vaccine, frankly, don't you think we would all know about it by now? But considering the fact that it's been administered all over the globe for billions of people, but they won't let up, the MAGAts. I even saw today Tucker Carlson, this horrible pig, and I don't want to insult pigs. I'm sorry, pigs. You're good. You give to the world, and it's not fair to be compared to Tucker Carlson. But he has some kind of video coming out now about the dangers of vaccines, and how, not vaccines, of the COVID vaccine, how COVID vaccine is the reason get this, listen, I know, I hope you're sitting down, is the reason what he's saying is the COVID vaccine is the reason America lost over 1 million people during COVID. It wasn't COVID. It was the vaccine. Okay? This is where we live. Bizarro world. Bizarro effing world, and it sucks. I hate living in bizarro world. I want to live in reality where patriotism is, is patriotism, not just wearing a star on your shirt while you scream freedom in somebody's fucking face while you do nothing for anybody but yourself. And that's not democracy. That's not e pluribus unum. That's not a goddamn, government of by and for, or just a society. That because the other thing is, and that's why I always tell these efforts, go to the goddamn woods, for Christ's sakes. You want to play in the reindeer games. You want to have all the benefits of civilization, but none of the responsibilities we have to each other. Then fuck off to the woods, for God's sakes, right? But no, they want, when they turn on their tap, they want to have their clean water come out and drink their coffee with water that's been inspected, that has no parasites. Same thing with the food. They want to be able to go and get their food. They don't want to have to dig a well or go out hunting and gathering or whatnot. They want all the benefits of civilization, but they don't want to play in the reindeer games of responsibility, of adulting, frankly. Because that's what it is. They are pathologically immature. And for that bloviating baboon to go out there and be like, oh, because he's puffing his chest, I will reinstate all those who refuse the vaccines. Think about that. Think about that. These are service members. These are soldiers who will, no one was asking them to storm the beaches of Normandy. Just take a goddamn vaccine. And that is your responsibility too, to keep your military readiness on a standard. That was the other with as far as George Washington, back when we were hanging by a thread as a nation. The whole vaccination program was a clandestine affair, because if the British found out that this was going on, that would have been the perfect time to attack, because the army was down for the count. Because when you slice someone, because what they would do was go around with someone who's sick, and they would cut their smallpox, whatever you call it, pustule, and then cut you with the pus on the knife. And and of course, many got sick. Getting sick was a given, but not only that, then you got very sick, and some died. So, but overall, it was to save the Continental Army from a bioweapon, and like I said, it could be argued that we wouldn't even be here without a vaccine mandate, because what would have happened? We would now be living in a British Commonwealth, and George Washington would be recalled as a terrorist and an insurrectionist, like Traitor Trump. Even though God help us, I'm sorry I even said those two words, those two names in the same sentence. Jesus Christ. So yeah, and it's pathological selfishness. It's also immaturity, selfishness, and it's nothing but politics. That's all they do. Which is really infuriating, because of course Republicans are always like, oh, it's playing politics. Stop playing politics. Or of course, when anything happens too soon, don't play politics. And all they do is play politics, as we know. Because think about what they've done in the past, whatever, how many years. Just pick a freaking timeline, and it's the same. All they do is stick their fingers in the air and say, which way is the goddamn wind blowing around here? They don't do shit to help their constituents. That's why the bulk of the money that, from my blue state dollars and all of ours, when we pay our taxes, and then our representatives write legislation and they pass the money around, but in the infrastructure bill, the bulk of it is going to the red states because they have shit infrastructure. Hold on. they have the shit infrastructure because their representatives do nothing for them but pass bathroom bills and whatnot. That's it. They don't do anything. They don't keep things going. They don't invest or in upkeep, because that might require taxing their benefactors. That's it. That's it, guys. It's all about greed. That is the bottom line of what we're up against, and everything else is a scam set up to get the American people focusing their anger on the people, on those lower on the ladder, and not where it belongs, at the likes of Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and their ilk, because greed is the only American value. So what I wanted to start with, I guess, is the maggot fighting, infighting. Excuse me. It's of course the baboon hasn't even been sworn in yet, and it's goddamn, they're eating each other's faces. I love it. I'm great. I just want to lay back and watch it roll, right? Watch the fun. But what I'm not hearing from, of course, I have to criticize the corporate media, but I don't hear, this is what drives me insane, and that's why I say thank you for supporting the show and shows like it, like Mike Malloy and headon.live. Sorry, hold on. Damn it. It's my birthday. It's my birthday, and I shouldn't have anything caught in my throat. So, not on my birthday, right? Hold on. What the hell? Jesus, Christmas in hell. So, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, what I'm not hearing on the corporate media is the fact that what man-child Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are saying about the American people, he really just gave away the game again. They hate America, right? That's it. We're talking about parasites who sicken the host. They don't give a shit. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy couldn't give a shit about America. They wouldn't pull a hair for this country. And all they want is more greed. Fill up that bottomless pit of need and greed. That's the only thing, right? So in case just to catch everybody up, in case you missed it, there's a big infighting this is going on. There's some fighting, and I love it. If you go on to the Leopards Eating My Face Reddit page. Right, here we go, right? People are posting, here's Alex Cole at AC News Ticks on, I guess, Twitter. Fuck X. That's the other thing. Elon Musk likes to call everything X, and like SpaceX, his son, he calls X. This friggin' Twitter, he calls X. What an underwhelming, boring bitch. Come up with another name, X. You're not interesting. I'm sorry. As much as you try, it's kind of sad that you have to try so hard, and it's failing. You're failing. It's underwhelming. X. Here, what's your son's name? X. What's your friggin' government contract funded space goddamn space what does I was trying to think, what does Robyn call him? Something space something. I can't, somebody will post it. Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong with me? Not on my birthday. I don't want to gross everybody out by clearing my throat in your ears, but I don't think I have a choice here. You'll have to indulge me. So here's Alex Cole on Twitter, writes, Rich MAGA says college education is woke. And MAGA says, yay, we hate college. This is totally true. And then Rich MAGA says, we have to hire educated foreigners because you MFers are too dumb. And MAGA says, wait, what? That's it. That's the fight in a nutshell. So one of the reasons, and really the only reason, Manchild Musk and any of these other billionaires like the they're not a family, it's a husband and wife, who we were talking about them the last show. They were the largest Trump donors. What's the Uline? Yeah, Trump donors, Uline, who had a whole scam set up about busing in migrant workers, getting them fake tourist visas or getting them fraudulent visas on fraudulent grounds, and then putting them in company dorms, exploiting them, making sure, that's what they want. They don't want American workers that they have to pay living wages, that they have to treat like humans, because there's standards here. And that's the problem with people like the donors to Trader Trump. And he doesn't give a shit. He cares about these workers? None of them do. I've been trying to explain to any maggot who will listen. You are nothing to them. Please wake up. Please. Just because they hate the same people you do, or at least pretend to, don't fall for the scam. They hate America. You are nothing. There are no flags here. They will wave the flag. Trump will masturbate into a flag. He'll hump a flag in front of you. But they don't care. It's a show. It's a scam. It's like Trump University. It's like the multi-level marketing vitamin scam, Trump Network vitamins. It's all a scam to make you give them power, the power to slit your throats, for God's sakes. And as we could see with what's going on with these MAGAs, it all comes out in the wash. Sometimes you'll hear the absolute disdain they have for the American work. They hate America. You know why? Because we have regulations here. There's standards. That's why they're like, and he's doing it again, Trader Trump. He's doing it again with the every regulation that passes. Now he's saying 10 regulations have to be removed. Last time it was 2. For every regulation that was passed, you had to take away 2 because they're fucking infants. It's not how it works, morons. People don't just sit around going, well, I think I'll regulate this and I'll regulate that. Regulations are written in blood. People died before these regulations. That's how we get the regulation. When you realize, oh shit, well, I guess we should have child-proof caps so kids don't die eating medicine they think is candy. Or, on and on. Or we should have occupancy limits in buildings so shit doesn't fall on people's fucking heads. Or maybe we should have fire doors so when, and not lock them, even though you want to lock in your workers. So in case there's a fire, they don't end up jumping out the windows to their deaths. This is all regulation that came from people losing their lives. And, here we go again. Because there's no institutional memory here for the American people. Of course, they don't. I mean, maggots hate education. That's for the woke. Education is for, you end up being an arugula eating cappuccino, lattes, latte liberal. Fuck off. Cappuccino. That's what, what's his name? Al Sharpton goes, latte liberals. And they always make fun of, arugula eating, like Obama was arugula eating. Because everything is about dividing the American people. Oh, you can't eat arugula. I got to eat corpses, right? You got to eat as many shitty burgers, greasy burgers, and not give a shit about, the animals. You just got to You got to unconsciously shove corpses into your fat gullet until, then you feel like an American, right? You feel like a man. But if you eat arugula, it's just unbelievable. Like everywhere, they divide us everywhere. Whether you eat fucking, drink a cappuccino or eat a goddamn piece of arugula. It's ridiculous. You gotta, but that's why I hate them. I hate I hate all of them. Even, I hate, some of the Democrats too, of course, but like Al Sharpton. I never got it. And I never understood why he was always like, latte liberals, latte. What the fuck is a latte liberal? Everybody's always beating up on liberals, but yet, okay, that's why the Democrats are so annoying that they don't stand up for their successes. Oh, you don't like liberals? Oh, you like the 8-hour workday, right? You like the fucking weekend, right? Oh, God, hold on. And then, because Al Sharpton's like, well, latte liberals. I'm like, what's a latte liberal? It's just somebody we should hate, I guess, right? And I think, according to him, he's like, well, they're like somebody that drinks lattes and goes back to their, expensive apartment and says what others should do in the inner cities. And so we should hate them. Oh, okay. We should hate people who, even though they may have means and they live in expensive buildings, then we should hate them for caring about others, right? They can't care. I mean, it's just like such a fucking stupid thing to say. And it's just a stupid frame. Yes, we should care. Well, I guess you can call FDR a latte liberal because he was born with a goddamn trust fund and he was one of the greatest progressive presidents. In fact, our greatest modern progressive president who we still live in his shadow. There are many Americans who aren't living in poverty thanks to FDR. Still, we live in FDR's America, but they're working on that. Trust me. Well, you don't have to trust me. You gotta just look. Yeah. I'm just a coffee liberal. I don't know. Why am I drinking coffee at 9 o'clock at night? I'm addicted, I guess. I don't know. Let me see. I just hate them. Legally and peacefully. Hate them. Oh, I don't hate them like to the point of, I don't want to harm them or anything. I want them to get a clue. And that's what I feel like. Here's another opportunity for maggots. And I actually implored a maggot today on X, Twitter. I said, please, because they're all, the maggots are like, they're imploring him, their President Musk. They're imploring him to please, like, what are you doing? They're a good American. So before I continue, and for those who don't know what the argument is about, and I should never assume that people listening, have seen the whole story. So, that's why you got to explain it. But there's a big fight going on in maggot land because Vivek Ramaswamy and Manchild Musk are talking about that they want to expand these visas, these H-1 visas that allow tech workers to come in from foreign countries. And maggots are saying, well, this is not fair because why not hire American? America first and all that. Yeah, I agree. Why? But they don't want to hire Americans because Americans have, standards. There are regulations here. You got to treat Americans to a certain standard. You can't simply treat them as hosts from which to suck profit and discard. Thank you. Thanks, a liberal. Thanks, liberals. Latte liberals for doing that. Passing those dirty regulations. And so they're all flipping out. Maggots on, free speech absolutist Twitter this billionaire, the richest piece of dirt on earth, bought his own little propaganda outlet, and he unleashed the lies, Russian bots, Nazis, and he was very upset initially because he wasn't getting amplified enough, according to the insiders who worked there. And then now we all got to, get his notifications, whether we like it or not. If you are receiving notifications, I mean, that's what a fragile little bitch he is. But he bought this platform because he supposedly says he loves free speech. He's a free speech absolutist, and what he feels is like everybody should just shout fire in a crowded theater, and we'll all figure it out if it's really a fire or not. By I guess, I don't know. We'll just have to wait until the flames are licking the back of our heads, and then we'll know it's real. But it's got to be absolute. Because then you could do your own research, right? You do your own research at Meme University. You go to Meme University. Well, you get your Trump University undergrad, and then you go to Meme University for your doctorate. And by the end of it, you're as dumb as a post, but just so eager to be used as a host from which to suck profit, and then it's perfect. So hold on a second. Here's a CBS report about it.
The man tapped by Donald Trump to lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, along with Elon Musk, is using...
Okay. I have to stop it right there. This is a CBS report a little bit. They're explaining the MAGA infighting. There is no new Department of Government Efficiency. This is an example. Again, there's so many examples happening right now. I hope you're taking notes. But this is an example of the uselessness of the corporate media. There's no fucking Department of Government Efficiency. It's two douchebags who call themselves the Department of Government Efficiency. Might as well be the Department of Tarabuster Efficiency. I don't know. It's not a government agency. It's a department of government efficiency. If it's a true department, it has to be a creation of Congress. But who the fuck, you know what I mean? This is why this country's so dumb. JD, I see JD. It's almost embarrassing to have people from other countries watching the show and seeing this. This is our media. The new Department of Government Efficiency. It's not a department. Why don't you take the 30 seconds that I just took out of my Tarabuster podcast? Please become a patron at patreon.com/taradevlin and check out apsradionews.com. And, take that 30 seconds and explain it. It's not a fucking department. It's just two assholes. And they're goddamn baboon. It's like the baboon and the flying monkeys. It's not why don't you take that 2 seconds and you tell the American people that, no, it's not an actual department. It has to, because an actual department is a creation of Congress. So this is just a couple of douchebags, couple of dude bros who were born on third base thinking they hit a triple. They made some investments with their fucking trust funds, and now they want to rule Earth. And what's their efficiency? You know what it is? It's firing people. That's the only efficiency they have. That's why they are fucking sociopaths. And they're assholes. And that's why they want to bring in these foreign workers. Because they don't want... It's like the Uline couple. The MAGAts that gave Trump... They were the largest donors to the fucking baboon parasite trader Trump. And while they were literally funding ads, paying for the ads themselves that said, Kamala Harris's open borders, blah, 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 we're running a scam to bus in migrant workers on these dodgy visas, on these fraudulent visas, tourist visas, putting them up in their company dorms and putting their asses to work at a pittance, at a low wage, so they can exploit them and treat them like shit. And that's the race to the bottom. See, that's how that we're going to get efficient here in the United States of serfs and lords. Man-child Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, this goddamn grifter, who made his money. You know how he made his money? On a bullshit fucking Alzheimer's drug that failed. See, if I was a sociopath, I could do something like that too. They ran a scam, a pump and dump scam. That's what he did. He bought a drug at bare bottom basement prices because this drug didn't do what it was supposed to do. So, oopsie doopsie, and this is what happens, right? In the, for-profit big pharma. So this drug failed all the clinical trials, and okay, you want to take this lemon off our hands, this albatross? So fine, you can have it for the low price of whatever it was. It was, something it was manageable to Vivek and his mommy. Exactly, Robyn on the chat. His filthy mommy, who was a doctor. And they took this drug and they pumped and dumped it. They scammed they went on all the CNBC, Squawk Box, and all over, pumping up this drug, saying it's a miracle. It's an Alzheimer's cure. You'll see. Hold on. This is Tara Devlin. Welcome back to the birthday show. Okay, I said it. Yes, my birthday. I don't know. I'm not feeling it, but okay. And so Vivek and his mommy, because they well, I don't know. I guess sociopathy runs in the family. Because mommy's a doctor, so she signed off on all these scammy reports that were prepping the very eager financial gurus who they don't give a shit if something works or not. They just want to make money. They're like pushing numbers around and do it fast, right? Like come up with an algorithm that makes it go fast, so you could beat somebody and skim some money off the top and then, right? That's it. They don't care if it works or not. They just needed the money, the scammy. So mommy made the scammy. She signed off on the scammy, and then what happened was Vivek and his mommy, they put all their money into this scammy drug. But then, funny enough, they pulled out, they took all their profit out right before the actual report came out, saying that the drug was exactly what the prior drug company said it was. It was nothing. It might as well have been a goddamn sugar pill. But, everyone is terrified of Alzheimer's, dementia, and you just mentioned that word, and there's, oh my God, there's hope on the horizon. This drug is making, it's effective. It's giving hope to families. Oh yeah, and then everyone's looking for that get rich quick. Something like, oh, you missed out on the Facebook and the Googles and whatnot. Well, I'm going to get in on this one, because this is going sky high. Until they already knew it. It was a scam from the beginning. And he pumped and dumped that shit. Like, I don't know why these fuckers aren't in jail. Because, hey, scammy. We have a goddamn convicted felon, convicted rapist as a goddamn president now. A goddamn insurrectionist. Unbelievable, though. But think about that. These people, they have no integrity. They have no morals. All that matters is money to them. So Vivek Ramaswamy, now he gets to tell us all what's efficient. What's efficient? And all they're going to do is fire people. That's efficiency to them. Because the meaning of life and the meaning of an economy to these sociopaths are to make them richer. You're nothing to them. You exist to make them richer. That's it. Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy. Really, if Vivek Ramaswamy, Elon Musk would throw him, down off the Tarpeian Rock or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're all like sociopaths. There's no camaraderie they're not trying to make America great. They're not trying to help the American dumbass, the dupes who cheered him while he was jumping up like a goddamn baboon with his stupid fat belly hanging out. I don't get it. I don't get how dumb these people are, how they are so eager to be played by the oldest tricks in the book. As long as you hate the same people, right? As long as you hate trans people and black people and gay people, as long as you hate the same people, these people will they will slit their own throats to save him the pleasure or to save him from getting his hands dirty. It's incredible. But do you see it now, maggots? I hope so. No, they won't see it. They won't. They'll think it's like a one-off until it happens again and again and again. Because they're literally begging him. Please hire Americans. What's wrong with America? I thought you said America was number one. USA, and all that. Jesus Christ. Right? I thought you loved eagles and stars. But yeah, here's somebody. He writes, there are over 300... Wait, hold on. I'll show you what I'm reading. There are over 330 million people in America. Some of them are good people. I guess they're rapists. They're bringing guns. Some, I assume, are good people. No, there are over 330 million people in America. Surely there must be enough among them to build your ultimate team. Man-child Musk, my hero, my president, my God. Why would you deny real Americans? Not those latte-drinking liberals, or those arugula-eating liberals, or Massachusetts liberals, or California liberals, or New York liberals, or why? Real Americans. The ones who hate education, the ones who get their education from memes, who they don't want all that highfalutin book learning. Real Americans, that opportunity. Why would you deny them? Real Americans, by bringing foreigners here. Why? Because you getting a grip here? And I wrote back to this maggot, but I'm sure they won't listen. I said, please use this to see the light. Musk is a sociopath who loves, quote unquote, loves America like a parasite loves the host it sickens. He took his trust fund and made some investments. Big whoop. Whoopie fucking doopie. But it's not enough for him, right? It's not enough. Efficiency is firing people because we all exist to make him richer. Period. That's it. All richer. We are here to serve him. That's it. American efficiency, government efficiency. See? It's just unreal. It's absolutely unreal. But it is real, actually. That's what's so sad. And they, will he get a clue? I don't know. Will they get a clue? Will the maggots get a clue? I don't know. Oh, actually, let's continue with this video here.
90 sitcoms as an analogy for white
hold on.
tech.
Let me rewind it. So he comes right out of the gate saying how this is the new Department of Government Efficiency, which is not a department of government. It's not a department.
This year,
Oopsie, whoops.
Swami, the man tapped by Donald Trump to lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, along with Elon Musk, is using 90 sitcoms as an analogy for why tech companies are hiring immigrant workers. In this very long post on X, Ramaswamy said, American culture celebrates mediocrity over excellence. Here are his words.
How dare you, right? How dare these fuckers? They hate this country. How many times do I got to say it? I'm not just saying it to be hyperbolic. It is damn true. They hate this country. They hate Americans. They hate America because it stands in the way of their bottomless greed. Because, there's all these regulations where you got to treat people and pay them nice and let them work in decent working conditions, not just in company dorms, and give them 8-hour work days and then pay them overtime if they work overtime. They're not like hardcore, like that fucking parasite says. He's working nonstop. He's not working nonstop. He's just a fucking scam artist. He's always been one. He never innovated shit. He's like Trump. He just got it. He got money from his daddy's blood diamond mine, I should say. And he bought into PayPal. He made a good investment. And then he bought into Tesla, a company that already existed. He's just a scam artist who with absolutely no care or concern about anybody else but himself, like Vivek Ramaswamy. Because look at all the people. What about the people that lost their shirts on that scammy drug that he was hyping up all over CNBC and anyone who'd listen? There were a lot of people that lost a lot of money. And I'll look it up actually, because that's always what happens with these MAGAts. They don't care. They take your money. They'll take your life savings, your Social Security money. It's just never enough for them. Like Elon Musk being the richest parasite on earth is not enough. He wants to fire you if you don't work hardcore, right? If you're not hardcore, if you want to have something that they talk about, like work-life balance. No, you got to be hardcore. Don't worry, your reward will come in heaven. What the fuck is hardcore? It's bullshit. It's nothing. Because is he hardcore? With a stupid hyperloop, getting government money, and building a pit. It's just, oh God, when will this end? This is a really terrible timeline to be living in. Here we go.
A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zach and Slayer over Screech and Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. So let's talk live to CBS News political.
You. Oh my God. And they are just, it's just not true. It does produce very good engineers, people who go to school for this, but they want to get paid a living wage. That's the problem. That's the sin of the American worker. That's why they're like, American workers are lazy, even though productivity is never been higher. And that's been the way for years in this country. I can't even tell you, I wish I had done a montage of all the times we've heard Republicans on the House floor just bashing the American worker. Unless it suits them. They'll say, the American worker's the best in the world, but then they'll say they're lazy, they don't work. All right, like when they're talking about, that's where they're like, oh, we want you to, who was this? It was Boebert. When she was talking about remote workers. Any reason to bash workers. Saying, but, that's the other thing. They want all the remote workers to go back to the office because they're saying, oh, they're just not working. They're not working, which is bullshit, too. And the other thing is, people don't want to work every single day in the office. They like having a little bit of that work-life balance. But these pricks are using it against the American worker when, like I said, it's not like corporations aren't reaping record profits and it's not like the country's on the fucking balls of its ass. This country is the richest country on earth. Don't forget it. And don't let these pricks, these parasites, shame any of us, any worker, into thinking that we're not working hard enough. We don't get a goddamn vacation in this country. We're the only country in the goddamn developed world that has no federal vacation leave or federal sick leave. Because most countries understand that we're on this damn planet for a blip of goddamn time. And we want to enjoy it a little bit every now and then. And taking a vacation, taking some time for yourself, it actually makes you better at your job. More productive. They know that, but they don't give a shit because you're nothing but soil and green, booby. They want to squeeze all the life out of you and discard you. Next. That's why the race to the bottom, they want to bring these workers in. And it's always been the scam with the Republicans. They're like, the way we compete with with foreign workers, when they outsource to factories. Now factories are coming back because of Joe Biden and the Democrats. And, of course, Trader Trump will take all the credit for it. But when they wanted the American worker, when they were sending all our jobs overseas, they wanted the American worker to compete, to compete with people making like $5 a week. That's how we're going to compete in the world, to their minds, is to become like these, third world nations, right? That's the way they want it. They don't, oh, wait, fuck this. Standards? That's why they're shipping jobs overseas. Like, they give a shit about workers? Please, these people hate this country. It's in everything they do. If they love this country, it really, really drives me insane because, all the things that Joe Biden did for the American worker, all the pro-union, not just walking the picket line, but every piece of legislation he signed to expand wages, to protect pensions, to make it easier to join unions, to form unions, to, even just standing up for unions and reminding the American people who built this goddamn country, who built the American middle class. And, what do these workers do to thank him, Like all the fuckers who are employed in the solar panel factory that's in Perjury Trader Green's district, who voted for this traitorous goddamn baboon. You think they have a kind word to say about Joe Biden? I doubt it. They're probably, let's go Brandon bumper stickers on their car. How many let's go Brandon bumper stickers are in that parking lot of the factory that's built only because of Joe Biden and the infrastructure and the Chips and Science Act? I mean, it's just they're so fucking disgraceful. But, sometimes it really can't be all their fault either, though. It's the Democrats who don't message, who don't take credit for the things that they do. It's really infuriating. But yeah, not to digress, but here's Lauren Boebert. I have the clip of her flipping out about remote workers.
All are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas
they hate
at
America?
home instead of actually getting to work and doing their job.
This is a bitch who never fucking worked a day in her life. She dropped out of high school because it was too hard, right? She couldn't read a book. She dropped out of high school. She failed her GED 5 times. And now she's just attacking workers for working from home. Like, you gotta, first of all, they can track that shit. That's how they know. You're not just like drinking pina coladas on the couch, bitch. Fucking sick. I hate these people. Legally and peacefully. But you see, I listen to the disdain in her voice.
Employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable. You all are allowing delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home instead of actually...
Don't you love the way she has to over-enunciate to kind of compensate for the fact that she's a fucking moron? You are allowing... a delinquent employees to sit on their sofas at home. Well, isn't it just too bad that the fucking world changed, bitch? People got a little bit of freedom, freedom. You think they would like the freedom, that workers get some fucking freedom? Maybe they can get up in the morning and do their laundry, go to the gym, and then go home. Don't have to join the rat race every single day of the week, commuting until they're goddamn gray. And it's like it's working. Yeah, guess what? Because they know when you're on your computer, they can tell. There's all kinds of it's amazing, the technology. They can see what you do, what your time on your computer, and plus, if you're not doing your job, you're not doing your job, whether you're sitting at your desk or not. They could tell, like, if shit ain't getting done, it does. What is so horrible about these people? You know what it is? They want to control you. They don't want the American worker to have any freedom at all. Freedom, please. The only freedom you have is the freedom to hate. Right? If you want you got the freedom to not give a shit about anybody else but yourself, the freedom to get other people sick, the freedom to, to walk around Walmart with an assault weapon like a dick, like a fucking douchebag. Sorry for my cursing. Whatever. Sorry, everybody. Sue me. Send me a bill. That's your freedom. But if you wanted a freedom to, like, maybe, sleep a little and not have to chase the goddamn bus down the street, because you can get your kids to school, you can get back, get your coffee, get your, a little bit, relax a little, and then do your job, makes you a better worker. And then you can, okay, I got to take my lunch, I got to pick my kids up. Good, great. Your kids get to see you a little bit more. There's like more family time, or it's freedom. You don't get goddamn vacations here in America, even though we are the richest country on earth. But so maybe throw the working class a bone now and then. But no, they just hate the American worker. Don't you understand? Really, listen to her.
Getting to work and doing their jobs. This is absolutely unacceptable.
Is it?
So
You're
our
unacceptable.
employees are working whether they are in the office or at home, and they are.
Are you monitoring the work that they are doing from home on a regular basis?
Yes, we are.
Of course they are.
Every employee. Do you have the numbers of the hours that are submitted? Are you counting how many times they're logging into their computers and responding to casework?
So our employees are subject to the same performance management processes and oversight they are whether they're teleworking or working in an office. And we have.
Are you counting? I can only count on my fingers and toes. But do you have other fingers and toes you can count on? Do you take your neighbor's fingers and toes? How are you going to count past 20 if you're sitting in your home office and there's no other coworker there? Yeah, are you counting them? 1, 2, 3, pinky. This little pinky went to market. This little pinky went home. This little pinky went beep, 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 all the way. Beep, 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 beep. Are you counting? What about you? Who's counting you, asshole? Who's counting you? What fucking goddamn benefit do you bring to the table? with your GED failure, with your 5 times GED failure. You don't even know. I mean, these people are so ignorant. The hate that comes out of them. Wake up, MAGA. MAGAts. MAGA. I'm trying to be nice. Wake up, MAGA. You're being played. They hate your guts. And you're being played. Oh, as long as you can hate trans people, though, right? Exactly. Josie Justice on the chat. Congress works less than 100 days a year. Right? Exactly. They do. Vacation. She's fucking right. She wasn't even, remember when she missed the vote? She made a whole big to-do about this vote. Some stupid vote. I don't remember which one it was, but it was like so offensive to her. It was something that she was, everything, she's got to have a point to prove. She was doing something to please MAGA or her God King traitor Trump. And she missed the vote, though. She made a whole big video about it. She's like, I hate this because it's decent and it's it's dignity, human dignity, but it doesn't do anything to lick our God King traitor Trump's taint, so I will vote against it. And then she missed the vote. Remember that? And and they caught her running up the stairs. But it was released, CNN, the fake news, they released it after Boebert put out a video saying, I deliberately boycotted that vote. God, you suckers. You dumb suckers. Oh, it was the debt ceiling vote. That's right. Oh, God, and they voted for her again. Her district, they sent her back. You dummies. How much do you hate? Well, she hates the same people they do. That's all that matters. That's the thing. That's the rule in maggot land. You could be repugnant. You could be a sex trafficker, a sex pest, a sexual predator. You could be Matt Getz. You could screw underage girls. You could be a rapist. You could be a convicted felon. As long as you hate the same people they do, they will send you right back. That's all, because that's all they want. Just send them back to hate. Pass all those anti-trans bills, all those things that mean nothing. And in the real scheme of course they mean something, because they're just hate. They mean things to people's lives. But that's it. That's a small price for trans people to pay for the freedom of Elon, Manchild Musk, and Vivek Ramaswamy, the sociopath, to ride us all unfettered to the bank without pesky government getting in the way. Right?
Systems in place that our managers use to schedule, assign, and track workloads. And that includes individual employee workloads in many cases. So real-time understanding of what actions are being processed at any particular given time. Additionally, our employees are required to be accessible to their supervisors, clients, colleagues, and external parties during work hours via a variety of means, including instant messaging, video platforms, and telephone. They are connected to the workplace, whether they are in the office or at the home.
Then why is the backlogs for Social Security applicants increased from 41,000 to 107,000?
Because we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're...
See, there you go. She's a fucking... This is how they... why am I cursing so much on my birthday? Oh, not on my birthday. But they... that's it, right? See, they underfund everything. Social Security, anything, government, because you got to drown it. You got to shrink it and drown it in the bathtub. And when people call Social Security, they want people to be like, oh, this sucks. Government sucks. Hang up the phone. I'm so annoyed. They don't want it to function. So they don't pay people. They don't fund it. They're constantly cutting it. And he's simply... It's like says the truth, because we're not funded. We don't have enough people. There's 330 million Americans in this country, and a lot of them want to call the IRS. They got, they have issues they need to call. And if they don't have enough people fucking picking up the phone. And so he tells her, well, why isn't it working? Why? Because it must be they're sitting on their couch. Scumbags, these Republicans. And how many dumb fuckers, I don't know, at the IRS who work there, who voted for MAGAt? I wonder. You know, any of them, they should, shame on them. Shame on them. But he tells her.
To 107,000.
Because we've been historically underfunded for a number of years now.
I don't think you're underfunded.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, why do you ask, bitch? I'm telling you. I don't think you're underfunded. Just like I believe the moon is made of green cheese and Trader Trump is the best businessman that's ever lived. In spite of the serial bankruptcies. And he's 218 pounds? 6'4", 218? I don't think so. No, he's not a fat lump of yard. What's that? What am I saying? Not lard. Yard. He wouldn't fit in the yard. God damn it.
You're funded at the Nancy Pelosi levels.
Nancy Pelosi. Just say Nancy Pelosi. Say the Pelosi crime family, or you're funded. Well, guess what, bitch? Nancy Pelosi isn't the king of Earth. She's not the king of the Congress. So shit has to pass, you know, and there's a lot of MAGAts, and there's a lot of normal people, and there's MAGAts, and then there's, you know, there's a Senate, and there's a House, and it's not like Nancy Pelosi says, booga, 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 you get funding. It has to go through a process, you stupid bitch. And I know these things. Why do I know this? And Congresswoman, failed GED doesn't know it.
Democrat levels. We just continued.
Democrat, because I can't say Democrat, ick, because I'm ugh. That's another thing. Don't get me going. The Democrat levels. No, that's Democratic, you dumb. I can't take it. I have to calm down. Breathe. No, will the corporate media ever, whenever any of these MAGAts say Democrat levels or Democrat Party or Democrat Senator or will they ever stop for a second and point out how infantile the Republicans are? See, I say Republicans just to make a note of it. You know, put a pin in it. It sounds weird, right? What's the difference? What if you think that they would allow? I would love for any of the Democratic reps or senators or anyone, any pundit, Democratic pundit, within the sound of my voice, to go on on a show. Hold on, I'll finish this thought after. This is Tara Devlin. You better come back or I'll be mad. It's my birthday, God damn it. Okay, I challenge any Democratic lawmaker, pundit, senator, any Democrat that, you know, goes on the media, to go on any media, any corporate media, and repeat Republican Party. Call them the Republican Party and see how long the pundits allow you to get away with it. Okay, just a test. I would love to do this test, and just for my own empirical knowledge, right? Because it wouldn't happen. They would stop them within mid-con. No, maybe the second con. They say Republican, and then they go, and they say, excuse me, wait, hold on. You're calling them this other name. That's not the name. The name of the party is the Republican Party. Why you're calling them the Republican Party? Well, I am, but because I was wondering when you would ever point out the fact that every single Republican that comes on your air mispronounces the name of the Democratic Party. I've yet to hear a correction. Am I wrong here about this? I know this is like one of my obsessions. I know. Look at Jim on the chat. Boba's mouth is scared. It's true. She's always like, she's got this angry mouth. She's always so angry, right? I hate the hate. It's the hate. Look at my sons. My sons who rob people, right? That's what their son. Why don't you go home, honey? Your kids are in crisis. And you're worried about people sitting on their couch? Eating, getting the freedom to do their job in the comfort of their home? You know, because they hate America so much. It's so tedious. Well, it's infuriating more than tedious, but it's like, oh, hello, Francis. Get up here and say hello to everybody. Hello, Franny. How you doing today, mister? Hold on. Hold on a second, sir. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that shocking, the way I picked you up? I'm sorry, little Franny. All right, honey. Hi, Francis. Everyone says hello. All right, Franny Fran. Shall we, what are we doing here? Let's see. I know, he squeaked, poor thing, because I picked him up. I think he was a little bit surprised that I picked him up, and I took him by surprise.
All are allowing
lowest work. So I would say
at pandemic level spending.
So I'd say we have an increase of over 8 million beneficiaries over the last 10 years. At the same time, we experienced our lowest work staffing levels at the end of FY22. That's a math problem. I mean, that is a problem. If you have those workloads increasing and you don't have the staff to take care of those workloads, you're going to have the backlogs that you're talking about, Representative.
Well, I would love to see.
Well, I would love to see the numbers. She said, really? But you know, they're higher than 20, and you only have 10 fingers and 10 toes. So I don't know, honey. It's freaking infuriating. Yes, Twisted Nerves painting on the chat. She is the Karen's Karen. Yep. And Matt makes a comment. It bugs me too about the Democrat Party. I've even heard Democratic office holders using it. Yeah, I do. I have too. They'll say Democrat this, or as if Democrat is an adjective. It's not. It's a noun. Hey, you two. There's a bag over there. They're playing with the bag. They're allowed, but it's a little noisy. Right? I give them bags. I give them boxes. You know, just mix it up. Yes, she was reelected, Kathy. Unfortunately. Isn't that maddening? It's sad and maddening. Maddening. I can't talk. All right. Let's see. Here we go.
Swami, the man tapped by Donald Trump to lead the new Department of Government Efficiency, along with Elon Musk, is using 90 sitcoms as an analogy for why tech companies are hiring immigrant workers. In this very long post on X, Ramaswamy said, American culture celebrates mediocrity over excellence. Here are his words.
Does it really?
A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zach and Slater over Screech and Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel in Family Matters will not produce the best end.
What do you think the future is going to say about this? You know what they'll say? That timeline sucked. Yeah, I'm going to say you're
so
right.
Let's talk live to CBS News political reporter Torian Small, joining us from West Palm Beach, Florida. Really, you boil this to the bones. This speaks to giving work visas to people coming in to take these jobs into the United States. Torian, what are you hearing from West Palm Beach about how this speaks to the base of President-elect Donald Trump?
How it speaks to the base.
A spirited debate about my childhood favorite TV show. Certainly was on my 2020.
What the stupidest, is that the stupidest thing that anyone could say? Besides Trump saying everything else he says. Thank you, Dana Jim, on the chat. Way to go, Tarabuster. You speak the truth. Thank you so much. Thank you for your 10th super chat. Is that what that 10 is doing there? I think so. Wow, nice. Nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind words and your support. Wow, 10. That's nice. Thank you.
For bingo card, but at the root of this discussion, Vivek Ramaswamy is trying to make the point that American culture has really prioritized the high school jock over the nerd, which is why, in his mind,
this sane washing again? What he's really trying to do is make the point that American culture is venerating the jock over the tech bro. It's just so goddamn painful, and they're so dumb.
These tech companies are really leaning into this H-1B visa program to bring in foreign-born talent to the U.S. in some of those top jobs like engineering, like tech, for example. We saw Elon Musk back up his Doge co-leader by saying that America has a shortage problem when it comes to these more high-experience, high-tech jobs. And that's why they're saying there is some merit to this program. Now, Vivek Ramaswamy has been a big opponent of this program in the past, saying that there needs to be a reform that needs to be based on meritocracy, not a lottery program. But this still did ruffle the feathers of Trump's most supportive base, that the MAGA base here. And we saw people like Laura Loomer, who traveled with the president on his private plane during the September 11th anniversary events this year, come out on Twitter and say that she disagreed with the two tech billionaires, pretty much saying that they're out of touch, and this message surely isn't one of American first. From there, we've seen it devolve into this conversation about whether or not some of the critics to Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have been punished, their Twitter status been revoked because of that. But though at the heart of this, though, Reed, again, is a conversation about American excellence and whether or not there's space for foreign-born people.
How dare these fuckers? You know, where's the argument that the reason they're bringing these people in is because it's not just, is there space for foreign-born workers? Oh, yeah, I guess so. But how about pay them living wages? They're paying these people less, and they're working them like dogs. And they have them, you know, where they want them, where if they could simply squeeze every ounce of labor out of them and disregard them. They don't have to. I mean, this is what they're doing.
In this conversation, though, Reed, I have nothing to add to that. I will say, though, when it comes to Saved by the Bell, I love that show. Zach and AC Slater are always good in my book.
Well, yeah.
Ha ha ha! I love that show. Isn't it great? What he's really saying there is childcare is childcare. You gotta have it, right? And I think it's the same thing right there. Oh wait, hold on. What the hell? Now I hear a goddamn. No, what is going on? There was a commercial playing. Oh my God, is that the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show? My goodness gracious, me oh my. We will win. Thank you guys for hanging out. Come on over to youtube.com/cpchannel/Tarabuster to watch the end of the show. Become a patron, patreon.com/TaraDevlin. Check out APS Radio News to watch the end of the show and all that. And the other independent media voices. Thank you for your support. We will win. We're on the right side of victory. I mean, yeah, well, we will win. We're on the right side of history. Why can't I talk tonight? Decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Where am I getting victory from? We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. I'll see you soon. And thank you, World Traveler, for your happy birthday super chat. I appreciate that. I can't think of a better place to spend my birthday except right here. Or maybe, I don't know. Where would I like to go? I want to go to, I want to go to Pompeii. What the hell is wrong with me? I have never seen the ruins of Pompeii. And I want to. I really do. I gotta do it. I just gotta, like, make a plan and go. All right, whatever. Keep going. Listen, I mean, am I losing my mind here? Well, that might be beside the point. But that whole goddamn segment on CNN, is that CNN? No, CBS, was nothing but washing. Nothing but papering over the actual issues here, which are that it's not about, foreign-born workers getting H-1B visas, but these foreign-born workers being worked to death and exploited and paid less than what American workers expect for living wages. Unreal. Wait. Ugh. God, it's so infuriating. And that they don't even, it just falls through the cracks. There's no conversation about that. They don't even mention it. It doesn't even mention it. It's like, not, it's just that, they want visas. One side wants visas. The other side says no. And meanwhile, they're bashing Americans. They're just bashing Americans. They're calling Americans lazy, untalented, unmotivated, mediocre. I mean, how dare you? How dare you, bastards? And like I said, it's all bullshit, because American productivity is through the roof, and these corporations are reaping record profit, as always, for nearly 20 years. Okay? I mean, it never, the American worker is constantly being kicked and spit on and treated like shit. And you know what it is, though, too? It's our fault. Because we, like we were talking in many other shows, that there's this learned helplessness in general, like with with the healthcare system and guns and all these other issues, that most Americans, I mean, the majority of Americans, hate the for-profit healthcare system. But, it sucks to be you. I got mine. People are just hoping that they get through and they don't have to, be the... Hey! Stop it! Boudica! Same thing. Every time. Sorry about that. Enough. Go lay down. Buddha! I should put her away before the show, but then you want to see her. Buddha. She's picking on Junior again. But, they're just playing, but Tara Jr.'s not having it. He's tired. I get it. He's old. Tara Jr., come here. Get over here. Just let me protect you from the meanie. From meanie Boudica. All right. I gotcha. Where's my phone? We need the cat cam. We need it. And this is the other side of the Progressive Voices, so we don't have to. We can relax a little. Where is it? Okay. What? Oh, that's the upside down camera. I don't understand that. Why does it do that? This is the normal camera. Junior? Look at your mother. Okay. Okay, that's better. Look at his face. What a good baby. He's a good boy. Let's see. I'm just trying to hook it up so I don't have to hold it. And you can just watch Tara Jr. and it will make your blood pressure go down a little bit. Okay? Okay, good. Right? He's a good boy. All right, where was I? And it is my birthday, so, you know. Thank you for indulging. Yes, they're green. He's got the greenest of eyes. Right? Look at your face. Look how good it is. That's a good face. Everybody loves you. Yes. And I do too, even though you're cranky and bossy. You're a bossy bastard, yes. All right, where was we? So, there's so many things. Like, where was I about? Yeah. Oh, the learned helplessness. Yes, and that's the thing. Even though this is what I feel. I feel it, and so I'm going to say it. That the American people are, we're kind of beaten in a lot of ways because we're, we don't want this. We understand that the for-profit health insurance racket is a racket. We hate it. We hate dealing with it. But people think, oh, well, what can I do? And which is also baffling because when we had a chance to have a better system, and Obamacare was a step in the right direction, and then the Republicans did their best to whittle away at all of the mechanisms that made it less expensive for people. But all I remember from that time, that horrible time, which was actually better than this time, but was the MAGAts, when they were called teabaggers, screaming and yelling at town halls about get your government hands off my Medicare and whatnot. So, I got mine. And that's the American way. They've done this to us. This is why, the Democrats are annoying, because they don't not only not take credit for their successes, but they don't point this out. And talk about, like, whenever the Republicans talk about the Democrat Party or talk about, New York liberals or Massachusetts liberals, the Democrats need to judo that shit and point out that there they go again, dividing us. Why not? It's incredible. Oh, God. Because, that's what's so depressing, too, because it feels like the Democratic Party just is not up to the task at hand here. Right after this monster, this traitor Trump, wins the election in a squeaker, they all capitulate. They're all of a sudden, where does it come from? It's like, he's a fascist. He's a threat. He's, Project 2025. I mean, all of that is true. And then all of a sudden, well, that's not, where's Harris, for Christ's sakes? When Traitor Trump lost, when he was trounced by Biden, we never saw the end of that monster. I don't know. And Democrats, they just slink away. So, not that I'm saying that they should fight to we should storm the Capitol. That's not the point. I'm just saying, the danger is more real now. It's apparent, and the Democrats are just too busy playing by Marcus of Queensberry rules. Junior, people want to see your face. Right. All right. Where should we go from here? Yeah, so here's, Manchild Musk. Let's get back in. He says that Americans are super lazy compared to people in China. How dare this mother effer? How dare him? In America, people are trying to avoid going to work at all, he says. Yeah, this country just really sucks. Musk, maybe you should go back to South Africa and leave us the fuck alone. And I don't know. Oh, he's going down. All right. Cat cam off. Cat cam off. But I don't. It's like this is what I felt when I watched those traitors storm the Capitol. Stop it. It's the witching hour. Fucking not on my birthday. I only have like an hour and 45 minutes left of my birthday, and you're ruining it, kids. And but when I watched those monsters storm the Capitol, I was enraged. And then, of course, the more footage we all saw, it was even more disgusting and appalling. But that's how I feel when I'm reading this monster Elon Musk. I'm reading the things he's saying about the American people. I mean, how effing dare you? And I'm sorry, maggots. I told you so. I told you so. Here, the U.S. has experienced a remarkable increase in labor productivity, reportedly rising 3% year after year. Significantly higher than the post-war average. This uptick is attributed to various factors, including advancements in technology. Well, all those lazy workers working from home. I thought we all sucked. Nobody wanted to work. I mean, fuck them, right? No one wants to work less than Traitor Trump and all of the Republicans. You think they want to work? Remember when Marco Rubio, for Christ's sakes, took to his Twitter because he had to go to work, and he was complaining that he had to go and show up. Wait, hold on. Marco Rubio. And then, of course, I'm looking this up. Rubio. But that's, who they are. Work for thee, not for me. And what do you think, like, Matt gets? You think he's a workaholic, huh? Getting all those girls, taking all those drugs and all those drug-fueled sex parties where he's having sex, where he's assaulting underage girls in front of an entire party of people. I mean, what a disgusting, gross pig. Like a dog. Ugh. Right? I mean, they have no decency. I mean, what does he do after he leaves office? Oh, he's not like, Bernie. Bernie's still in office, of course, but what does Bernie do in his spare time? He was, in the past, he would take seniors on a bus every weekend, go to Canada and buy drugs, buy the drugs they needed. Because, we pay top dollar here. But, and, how come I never see Republicans doing things like that? Actually helping people, making a difference in someone's life. But, no, they're too busy, passing bathroom bills, or while their community crumbles, while their infrastructure crumbles. Let's see, going to work. Yeah. Well, here, Rubio faces criticism regarding his work ethic and attendance in the Senate. He's been vocal about his dissatisfaction with the demands of his job. And he misses votes, misses crucial meetings. I was just trying to look for that tweet, because there was some famous, not famous, whatever. It got a lot of attention because he was like, I got to get on a plane and go to work. He didn't want to do it. Well, he's, were they tracking his computer time? Did they count how many times he hit enter on his computer? God damn. What a shitty timeline. It really is. But unbelievable, though. This is what is so offensive, right? Ramaswamy criticizing American society, saying that we celebrate mediocrity over excellence. Fuck you. If that's, I mean, maybe that's the case, though. Maybe he's right. I mean, they did elect a convicted felon, a tax cheating, draft dodging, wannabe dictator con man with a fake university, a fake multi-level marketing vitamin scam, a history of sexual assault, right? Serial bankrupt, draft dodger, con man. Maybe we do celebrate mediocrity. He argued that the focus is on science competitions or whatever, that these are the people that are constantly attacking education. Now he's complaining that we're not funding science. Okay, let's fund science. Let's invest in the future. This is the Flat Earth Society, though, right? These are the ones they want to teach intelligent design. They only call it intelligent design to make it sound like it's on par with, evolution, like it's an actual science. It's not a science. Well, I believe in, actual science or a giant man on a cloud. Making it all. He's a clockmaker. He made the giraffes, and he made the bed bugs, and he was really busy. He really thought about it. I don't know. He made a lot of things. He made the appendix. I don't know why. Just, he wanted something to explode in our stomachs on occasion. So he's like, oh, look what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this organ that doesn't do anything. It's not a sign or a byproduct of an evolutionary process. It's my whoopee cushion. I get to see people's stomachs explode every now and then. So and then, of course, Musk emphasizes that the U.S. needs to attract global talent. Well, not really if we train people here. But the thing is, this is what is so absolutely infuriating, that we could train anybody here. We could train people. People have talent here. People have talent. But like I said, they don't want to be paid pittance. They expect living wages. And the fact is, Elon Musk, this all goes down to, once again, what is the meaning of life? And this is something that you don't hear on any corporate media, of course. What's the meaning of life? They don't even approach it like that. What's the meaning of an economy? Have any of these corporate media pundits even, asked that question out loud? What's the meaning of an economy? It's as if making one person disgustingly rich that's the meaning of an economy. It's that's it. We're all here to serve one giant sociopath, one disgusting, underwhelming sociopath, a horrible person whose own children that have any autonomy won't talk to him because he's that horrible. And the meaning of an economy, he wants to make it all efficient, you see, by fucking us all, literally, figuratively, whatever. He wants us all to be on the balls of our ass, so we don't expect any living wages or retirement security or we don't expect a decent middle-class life. We await our rewards in heaven. That's why they want to do away with the separation of church and state. I mean, the whole thing is right in front of our eyes. As I've been saying for years, this is not just rolling back the New Deal, rolling back the progressive era, They're rolling back the American Revolution. I wish I was wrong. I'm not wrong, though. I mean, I really do wish I was wrong. That's always been the end game. Make the rich richer, the working class the more malleable, working poor. And you could just see it in everything they do. Every law they pass, everything that they get passed, from their attacking the estate tax as the death tax. You know, the estate tax was commonly understood, especially at the end of the Gilded Age, as a tax that would stop the creation of an intergenerational aristocracy in this country that would be powerful enough to reach out and control government itself. And that's what we have. We have it now to such a corrupt degree that billionaires, Elon, Manchild Musk, is walking around the halls of Congress, is tweeting, is getting involved in the legislative process, is calling up not just senators, he's having meetings with foreign dignitaries. He's on the phone with Putin. He's on the phone with ambassadors from other countries. This is a fucking abomination. And I don't hear anyone on the corporate media pointing it out. That, no, it's not supposed to work like this. It's not supposed to be that billionaires are roaming the halls of Congress telling legislators, stopping legislation. They have a deal on the debt ceiling thing, right? The continuing resolution. And, hi, Junior, you're back. And he stops it because it doesn't have, he wants more money from it. You know, he wanted to take research into children's cancer funding. The funding for research into children's cancer. I mean, what a disgusting pig. And I'm sorry to pigs. I'm sorry about that. And anyone listen on the corporate media? Did anyone hear the corporate media mouthpieces having an opinion on this in any form? That except that they normalized this. That's what they're doing. They're like, what about Speaker of the House, Elon Musk? Now they're talking about that because some, an underwhelming moron like Perjury Trader Green, she says it, this is getting some traction from the worst people on earth. So, he doesn't want that job, says Johnson, Mike Johnson. It's like, and the media, it's like, what do you think? Now we can talk. Now we can eat up some more time. Let's talk about this instead of, maybe instructing the American people, educating them about how things work. Clearly, Manchild Musk doesn't know it because he's not even a natural-born citizen. So what the fuck does he know about how bills become laws in America? That's just too much. That's just too woke. When will we get to that point where he's talking about how woke it is to have 3 co-equal branches of government? Yep. Well, let me see. Robin says, I don't listen to the corporate media that Tara hears. I don't even know who that is. I'm talking about like the mainstream media, CBS, CNN, those people. Like Mika and Joe. And that's what I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. And it drives me nuts because that's who the majority of Americans who, a lot of them, that's what they're watching. And of course, a lot of them are listening to Fox News, and younger people are listening to these right-wing influencers that are literally paid by the Kremlin. And it drives me nuts because what drives me nuts about that is that the Democrats, Democrats, please listen to me and take these talking points. You could take out the F-bombs and whatnot, of course. But why aren't the Democrats reminding the American people every time they get in front of a camera, whenever, they have the opportunity, reminding them that Fox News is not a legitimate news source, that it had to pay the largest fine in American history, the largest media fine, I should say, for lying to its viewers. And then others, on the not the legacy media, that's what they call the legacy media, but the, influencers, right-wing influencers, were found to be literally funded by the Kremlin. Why don't the Democrats ever repeat that? Are they embarrassed about it themselves? Are they embarrassed for the MAGAts? Because on the other side, right, on Fox News and on the influencer podcasts that are funded by the Kremlin, you know what they're saying about the MSNBCs, the CNNs, the, ABC, whatever. They're saying that's fake news. They're saying, oh, they're lying to you. So they never have any examples of the lies, because there's no lies on, as much as it's really just, sane washing and polls and things that don't help the cause here. But if they're not literally going out there and lying, they're not, I don't know, they're omitting a lot of things, but it's, and I've often asked, I've seen right-wingers say, MSNBC lies. And I say, what? Look, give me a lie. Give me a lie. They don't have any examples. But that's like what, that's part of the propaganda. Stop it. God damn it. It's the propaganda, because it's like that is really what, I'm sure maybe, you've noticed it, where Trump does it all the time, and the right-wingers do it all the time. They'll just, like, for example, when he was interviewed and he was asked, are you going to pardon? Or no, he said, not about the pardons. They were talking about January 6th and the committee. And he said, they said, are you going to prosecute the January 6th committee? And he said, well, you gotta. Look what they did. Look what they've done. Okay. Well, where's the follow-up question? What did they do? What did they do? Well, look what they done. What did they do? They did their jobs. They didn't do anything wrong. You're a goddamn insurrectionist traitor. You sent a fucking violent mob. Stop it, Boudica. Fucking shit. I'm sorry. I might have to put Tara Jr. in the bathroom. In the bedroom. But they sent a violent mob to the Capitol to defecate and urinate in the halls. And, he's saying, just the fact that he's saying, well, look what they did. They did, it's so bad what they did, they have to be prosecuted. Well, what the fuck did they do? They reported, they got their, they had a whole investigation. And they got all the people together, the people in your cabinet, the people who were surrounding you that day, and they interviewed them, and then they got the footage, they got the cops who were beaten, and they got, the people who are on the inside saw you saying that you didn't care if your own vice president was hanged, and hung, that's another thing. But, and why wasn't, why wasn't there a question? Look what they did. Look what they did. And they did the same thing, like with Hunter Biden. There's another thing. For example, here's another example, and you'll notice it now. And I ask you, if you do notice it, point it out to me. Point it out to me, and we could talk about it. Send me a clip, if you see it on other channels happening, or you see it in an interview. It happens all the time. It fucking makes me insane. Like, for example, and it's all propaganda, like Hunter Biden. when Joe Biden pardoned Hunter Biden, the New York Post had a blaring headline, got away with it. Okay? That was the headline. And I was like, got away with what? What did he get away with? But if you watch Fox News or any of these other Russian-funded influencers, they'll be like, oh, he got away with it. He got away with it. This is a crime family. Look at what they did. Look at here. Look at this. Look at that. They got away with it. Look over here. But they never say what we're looking at. Yeah, I see it. Wow. What did he get away with? You know what Hunter Biden did? He filled, in the grips of his active addiction, he filled out a firearms application, and he said he wasn't using drugs when he was. Okay. Let's ask Alex Jones that same question. Or Glenn Beck, or, let's go on and on. Any of these assholes. Alex Jones, a goddamn active alcoholic. It's well known. He was well known, going to that, whatever, that place, InfoWars, drunk off his ass in the middle of the day. So, okay, ask him. You don't think that these MAGAts, they're the epitome of sober living? Get the hell out of here. And Hunter Biden went in, and he admitted it. In his book, he wrote about his grips of active addiction when he was in the grips, and his disease, and how he got sober, and all this. And that was his, to the Republicans, that's their opportunity to, disparage him, right? Because even though they're compassionate, conservative, they're such compassionate conservatives, even though the red states are the opioid capitals of the world, and they're also the overdose capitals of the country. West Virginia in particular is the overdose capital of America, and but they're so compassionate, right? Unless you're Hunter Biden. Well, they're not compassionate at all, whether you're Hunter Biden or not. So that's what he did. That was the one thing. He filled out a firearms application, and he didn't tell the truth, which is part of addiction, He lied about his active addiction, right? And what was he going to write? Oh, yeah, I'm a crack smoker. I smoke crack, I drink, I'm in the grips. Fucking unbelievable. But and the other thing was he didn't pay his taxes when he was in the grips of active addiction, and he did after the fact pay, and also pay the fine for not paying his taxes. That's what he got away with. Okay, that's it. It's not like a big crime. What's the crime? He paid for it. He did the time. He did the crime. He paid the fine. But that doesn't matter for Republicans. If that's how they want, like Haiku on the chat says, they want gun control for Hunter only. That's it. You're right. 100%. This is not a thing that would ever go to trial. And they know it. All of a sudden, they want tight regulations. Good, okay. But only for Hunter Biden. And as far as, his not paying his taxes, he paid it. He paid the taxes, and then he paid the fine on top of it. So that's all. And then they're like, oh, he had a sweetheart deal, and that's not good. And they were going after him again. And then Perjury Trader Green was showing a picture of his naked photos on the House floor or in a committee hearing and all this. And it's like, that's all they have. Just a show for the dupes. And then Rupert Murdoch's poison pustule posts. He got away with it. Ugh. And ask any maggot that what did he get away with? What do you think they'll say? Oh, well, I don't know, Biden crime family. What crime family? We see Joe Biden's taxes. We have Hunter Biden's taxes. Where's the crime? Where's the family? It's incredible, but all it is projection, and I'm glad Biden pardoned him because he saved us from the drama, from the show. Because we'll have plenty of show in the next 4 years. And we'll have show here too. Because we will win. We're on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. That's right. We stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin. Yep. Yes, that's right. And Robyn says, there's always crickets. Why I ask why I've never seen, or when I've asked why I've never seen the Hunter Biden laptop. Exactly. And they always say, oh, Hunter, you see that laptop? You see the Hunter Biden laptop from hell? What's in the fucking laptop? The Hunter Biden laptop from hell. Everything it's nothing but a scam. It's like when Trader Trump, when he was impeached, the reason he was impeached the first time was because he tried to use taxpayer money like his own personal extortion fund. You know, I want you to do me a favor, though. So the Congress voted, and they gave Ukraine a certain amount of money to protect the fledgling democracy of Ukraine from the barbarian Putin, who's like our century's Hitler. So, when Trader Trump got on the phone with Zelensky, it's not his place to do anything except follow the oath he took, which is to faithfully execute the laws, not write the laws, not change the laws, not say, I just want you to do me a favor, though. And that's why he was reported, because when the so-called president, whether he's the baboon or not, gets on the phone, it's not him just on the phone. That's why he needs to be on the phone, like there's a record of it. That's why, when he took the love letters from Kim Jong-un, they don't belong to him. They belong to the American people. But he doesn't know that because he's a fucking dirtbag baboon who hates America. So he took them and he put them in his, all the classified documents. He wanted to wave around at all the spies at Marimoron and show off and be like, I'm a big man. Look at me. Look at me now, Ma. Right? You hated me, and now look at me, Ma. But, yeah. So, you had them in the bathroom, in the ballroom, and then they moved them to a storage facility. He was like hiding them. So everything is just, it's all a scam. So when he called Zelensky, using taxpayer money as his own personal extortion fund, he said, you don't have to actually do the investigation. I just want you to announce an investigation. So you give the appearance of impropriety. And that's exactly what we see with the Hunter Biden laptop from hell. He's getting away with it, got away with it, the Biden crime family. Well, where is it? Where's the crime family? Right? Where is it? Who's that asshole that keeps calling committee hearings about Hunter Biden? What's the guy's name again? He's, the Republican. He's always on fucking Fox News going, this is gonna be it. Here comes the big one. Elizabeth is the big one. You know what I'm talking about. Is it Comer? Not Comer. Who is the guy who... I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about, though. That guy, who stands. The one with the ears and the hair and he wears a shirt. I don't know. Yeah, is it James Comer? Not Comey. Comey. Wait. Committee after Hunter Biden. Oh God, it's so tedious. Poor, I feel bad for Hunter Biden, and right. He was on a podcast saying they want me to relapse. That's what he was saying. They want me to go back into the grips of active addiction, and they want me to kill myself. So, because they know it will crush my father. Yeah, not Jordan. That's the one. Not that guy. I'm just doing, and I see Red Fox. That's just an imitation. Let me see. Committee. But isn't that it's just so sad to think about that. These are the good Christians, right? The Christian Republicans. They want me to kill myself. They do. That's who they are. And they should be embarrassed. They should be appalled. They should really get religion if, they certainly pretend to a lot, but they're horrible people. And I can't even tell you. Maybe one day when we all meet in person, I can tell you the shit I've had to put up with, like just doing the podcast from these people. And they're horrible. And you know what? The other thing is, wait, who is it? Committee? Who is it? Yeah, James Comer. You know what I'm talking about. He's always the one who was on Fox News going, this is it. We got the bombshell here. He's had all these subpoenas. Nothing comes of it, of course. And Jamie Raskin always makes fun of him because he's like this, you're a scammer. You're a scam artist. And then, and he claims to have impeachable evidence or evidence of impeachable action against Biden, except he, and then Moskowitz came after him and was like, come on, bring it. Let's see it. Let's see this evidence. Let's vote. Let's vote on Joe Biden's impeachment. Where's this evidence? He doesn't have any. So unreal. Right. Ugh. All right. You know what? I gotta go. I gots to go. Thank you for hanging out on my birthday. I only have like an hour left, so I'm just gonna... I need to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm cranky and tired. It is my birthday. Thank you for making it a memorable one. We'll have more shows. We got more things to do. We have a lot of work ahead of us. And it is very tiring sometimes, but do not despair. We have each other. It will be a shit show. And they are already fighting each other, and that's wonderful to see. They're horrible. That's not that wonderful, but I don't know. It's going to be, we'll have fun telling them I told you so, but we've got a lot of work to do. Hopefully the Democrats will listen to me and start coming out swinging legally and peacefully, metaphorically, and not apologizing for being on the right side of history, and follow my lead and take credit for the things they've done, and give credit to the Republicans for all their horrible actions. My friend was telling me that he heard, I don't know, I didn't hear it myself, but he said that Joe Biden actually said, well, maybe I should have tooted my own horn and more. And, God. Maybe I should have. Yeah, bitch. How do you think word gets out? I mean, you don't have the corporate media. They're too busy telling everybody how much they feel the economy sucks, even though, you created more jobs than anybody in the last 60 goddamn years. And record unemployment. And manufacturing is back. We're building, we're making chips in the country again. No, not again. Not again. For the first time. Excuse me. And guess who's going to take credit for all of that? All of that. Yeah. Exactly. He couldn't do all that. You know, the great builder, the great deal maker couldn't get a goddamn thing done except killing 1 million Americans, mass graves. How come the Democrats, that's the other thing. You don't bring up all the time that he left office with 1 million dead behind him and a country of mass graves, right? But, well, you don't do that because you want to be polite. You want to be polite to the MAGAts who can't even say your name correctly. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out on my birthday. One day at a time. We will win. I hope. No, we will. We will. Because you know why? We are on the right side of history. Yes. We're on the right side of, that's the cat rubbing the microphone if you're listening audio only. Just want to point it out. That's not just the cat. I'm talking about the #1 son cat, Tara Jr. Right? Right, boy? Right, my friend? Right, good boy? Good boy. Good boy. You're a good boy. We're on the right side of, oh, look at him. Look at him. Putting his hand on my hand. He's a good boy. Look. Ow! That's my finger. We're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency. Ow! Dignity. Ow! He's such a crank. He's such a crank yanker. Decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for your super chats and your birthday wishes. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Charlie from APS Radio News, for everything you do for me, for the show, for my birthday, for the community cats. We will win if we stick together. So, we stick together, we win. I am Tara Devlin. Thank you, guys. And I think I will. See you. I will. I'll see you during the week.